All right, welcome to Leroy and Earl Show. I'm Leroy, and tonight I just decided to get on here, try out the new studio setup, and play a all-time classic show for you, episode 10, The Big Ugly Sweaty Party. So here we go.
All right, chumps up. Let's do this. Leroy!
Yo, Earl! What? Hey, you're fired! You butt!
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
Listen to Leroy and Earl's podcast. It's some seriously funny shit. Check them out. LeroyandEarl.com.
Screw that up. Nothing new there. All right, we're live on YouTube right now, and I'm just gonna. This is gonna be a replay show. I don't think we've ever done this before, but I'm just gonna replay part 10 of our 100-part series known as the Leroy and Earl Show. It's entitled "The Big Ugly Sweaty Party," where the boys got confused, myself and Earl. And we thought we were going to a big, ugly, sweaty party, which sounded pretty good, but turns out it was just a big, ugly sweater party. So that's classic Leroy and Earl. So without further ado, I'm going to go, I don't know what I'm going to do, something while you guys listen to this. All right, here we go. Seriously, here we go. You're an idiot, Ricky.
I'm not even here.
Damn it.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer got a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw that, you would even say it's along the emerald reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph play in any reindeer.
All right, welcome to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we're getting ready to pitch you some shift.
I don't know what to say, man. I want to pitch it.
Pitch it. We're gonna pitch it. How'd you like
Pitch
that
one
intro?
right in the trash can.
That's where the. Now I had to pause it here. My voice sounds different, I think. What do you think, shift heads? Show belongs. And speaking of this show, this is a very historical. This is a watershed moment in Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I do. I think it's like I'm talking slower like this. Kind of weird. Anyway, enjoy the rebroadcast of the Big Ugly Sweaty Party. What? I don't know what happened. Oh my gosh, I think I restarted it. Damn it. Such an idiot pen.
No, I don't. I have no clue whatsoever.
A lot. I think more people have not done a podcast than have done. So,
Probably hundreds.
Yeah, probably in the several hundreds, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And here we are, big fat black guy, skinny white dude, together.
Well, Leroy, what do we got on the agenda for tonight?
Well, I don't know. This is the pitch shift. We just pitch and shift. So, what's the weather like out there, Earl? Give us some weather.
Well, let me go on over here to my weather machine.
Because everybody listening to this podcast, they depend on us for the Ricky, weather. Shut off. What's the weather in Bangladesh? I screwed it up again. I know nobody's watching or listening. I know you don't care. But I was going to record it so I could put it up on the website. But I forgot to hit record. So that's how that goes. So you know what? I'm going to freaking start the whole thing over again. What do you think about that?
That's like a seriously bad idea, sir.
I didn't ask you, Ricky. Did not ask you at all. So I'm going to start it over again. And right now, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, chumps up. Let's do this. Leroy!
Yo, Earl! What? Hey, you're fired! You butt!
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
Hi, this is Christopher Walken. Please go to LeroyandEarls.com and listen to their podcast. It's full of news, weather, and other useless shit.
Big booty, but you got a big booty.
Oh.
Big booty, but you got a big booty.
Big
Big booty, but you got a big booty.
Go to work.
Yeah.
Big booty, but you.
And down is free.
I'm not sure what the purpose of what you're doing is.
It's just, I'm just playing a best of show. You know, I'm just playing a classic show.
I don't mean that. I mean, why you started again?
Because I screwed it up and I forgot to hit record the audio to put on the website.
So you're just going to do it all over again?
Right. No one's watching. No one cares. So what difference does it make?
I suppose that's a valid point.
It's a very valid point. This is Ricky Dixon, also known as Dickety Rickson. Now,
I don't like that at all.
I don't know if I can even hear you.
But whatever.
Ricky Dixon is the intern. He was a co-host for about 2 episodes, and then he got fired. And we're still waiting for Earl to come back. So in the meantime, we're waiting for Earl to come back and make this show the great freaking podcast that it is, the Adult Cartoon Podcast. I'm going to play a best of part 10, the Big Ugly Sweaty Party, where the boys think they're going to a big, ugly, sweaty party. And they're excited about it, I think. I don't remember. But all I know is it's a big, ugly sweater party. So you see the humor there, right? So, all right, here it is. This is part 10. And the show starts off with quite a long intro, this rockin' ass Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. All right, welcome to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. And I do sound weird. I admit it right now. We're getting ready to pitch you some shift.
I don't know what to say, man. I want to pitch it.
It's good to hear Earl's voice. We're going to pitch it. How'd you like that intro?
Right in the trash can.
That's where the show belongs. And speaking of this show, this is a very historical, this is a watershed moment in Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. Show number 10. That's right, double digits, ladies and gentlemen. 10.
Yes. They said.
I just got to pause it for a second and say, it's so good to hear Earl's voice, even if it's pre-recorded.
Said we wouldn't make it.
Nope. All right, the naysayer said you won't make it past 2. And we made it to 10.
They were wrong. What are we going to do after this, man? We're going to have to start over.
I don't know,
I've
man.
never counted past 10.
Well, the show, we got a show manager. He says we should do show 11.
That's what comes after 10, then, I guess.
That's right, yeah. Historical number 11.
Well, that makes sense.
Do you know how many people in this world have never done 1 podcast, let alone 10?
No, I don't. I have no clue whatsoever.
A lot. I think more people have not done a podcast than have done. So,
Probably hundreds.
Yeah, probably in the several hundreds, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And here we are, big fat black guy, skinny white dude, together.
Well, Leroy, what do we got on the agenda for tonight?
Well, I don't know. This is the pitch shift. We just pitched some shift. So, what's the weather like out there, Earl? Give us some weather.
Well, let me go on over here to my weather machine.
Because everybody listening to this podcast, they depend on us for the weather. What's the weather in Bangladesh?
Bangladesh. Well, I got Cuba here. 67 degrees tonight with showers, 50% chance of precipitation. That seems a little bit cold, but it's going to be 83 degrees tomorrow.
You know what?
It's going to be great.
Earl, I think we ought to move this podcast to Cuba. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that place sounds awesome.
It does.
If you care about the weather here at home, see, 37 degrees, cloudy, 20% chance of precipitation. Tomorrow's going to be 42. Leroy, I'm not complaining about that at all.
It's not too bad. I mean, it's not Cuba weather, but it's not too bad.
It's not Cuba, but I mean, it could be cold as ass, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it could be sub-zero.
All right, is that the show? That's all we're going to talk about?
That's a historical 10th episode. We're just kidding. We're here for the whole hour.
Let's go to 11. That was 10.
You got to suffer with us for an hour. I was talking to somebody today, and he told me about this. I guess there's something that people do every Christmas now. It's like a tradition, and I never heard of it. It's called a big, ugly, sweaty party, and seems weird. A big, ugly, sweaty party.
A big, ugly, sweaty party.
You ever heard of that?
No. I mean, I've been to parties with you before, and it's big, ugly, and sweaty.
but that's me all the time. You know, I'm big,
yeah,
ugly,
maybe
and sweaty.
that's what they're talking about.
Well,
a bunch of Leroys at a party.
I looked it up. I didn't see it anywhere, but
you Googled big, ugly, sweaty party, and nothing came up?
Nothing came up, no. But
that's interesting.
This guy was telling me about it, and I want to give him a shout out to Tom. He's at a big, ugly, sweaty barn party right now, kicking back, having some adult beverages.
Tom's at a big, ugly, sweaty party?
He's at a big, ugly, sweaty party in a barn. It's a big, ugly, sweaty barn party.
They probably turn up the heat and get all sweaty and stinky.
Yeah, it gotta be. I don't know. I don't know what it has to do with Christmas. Do you?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Well, apparently it's popular. Everybody goes to big, ugly, sweaty parties.
Maybe it's like that movie Eyes Wide Shut where everybody wears the masks.
Ooh,
It's like an underground organization.
Maybe we ought to go over there and quit this podcast early.
It's a big, ugly, sweaty cult. You'd get in for sure. They wouldn't let me in.
Oh, hey, you're with me. I could just hide you in one of my folds.
Yeah, I come out out of your side like a little demon.
I can whip you out. Once we get in, I'm like, here's my Earl. So yeah, shout out to you, Tom. You're the best. Enjoy your big, ugly, sweaty party.
That's not MySpace Tom, is it?
Holy crap, maybe it is. Is he still around?
No, he MySpace, no one uses that anymore. He probably got big, ugly, and sweaty.
He might have. You could look up Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. We're on Facebook. We're on the web at Leroy and Earl's PitchShift.webs.com and not on MySpace. I forgot the name of it.
What's the app that we use there, Leroy, to listen to this?
It's called Mixlr, Mixlr. That's where all of this genius podcasting gets recorded. And yeah, you can listen to it live anytime. Or just go to the website. And like us on Facebook. And we're not on MySpace. Sorry, Tom. Tom from MySpace.
Maybe we could jump on MySpace and help him out with his ratings.
That could be.
Since he's listening to our show.
Speaking of ratings, we got the new ratings in today from the Podcasters Association. And what is it called? Hold on, let me look it up.
All right.
Talk to the people about something real quick. I gotta look this up.
All right. Well, I think later on we should. One of the topics we should talk about is this new execution they have going on in Ohio. They've gotten rid of. Sounds like they got rid of lethal injection because it's too, I don't know, ruthless or whatever. Not that I believe that that's a bad thing. And now they got this machine that's ripping people's heads off, man.
What?
Yeah, they got a machine. Instead of lethal injection, it's like a robot arm. I don't know, man. You play. I'll send the clip to you, but you play it later.
Like a
This
guillotine?
machine- What?
Like a guillotine?
No, man, not a guillotine. It's like an arm. It just rips their head off. And it's It's quick and painless, I guess. I don't know. Sounds pretty damn painful to me. That's sure taking you a long time, Leroy, just to look up a name.
I lost it. Anyway, I'll get it next time. But the
Just
point
make
is,
something up, man. That's what we do.
I was trying to make something funny up, and I had it earlier, and I forgot to write it down. But anyway, the numbers are in, and we've doubled our male listeners between 21 and 35. Doubled.
We've doubled them?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep. We are now sitting at 1/3 female, 2/3 male.
Hey, if I want everybody to listen to the show, but what happens if a transgendered person, male, female, listens to the show? What happens to the ratings then? I mean, how is that done?
I have no idea. I'll have to look it up.
All right. Or it might
I don't
just
think
be
it
two
matters.
hosts or-
If you're transgendered, when people ask you, hey, do you listen to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift? And they say, no, of course I do. Then they say, are you a man or a woman? And they say, I'm a man. So they write it down as man. So it depends on what the transgendered person identifies as.
I figured it might be like a 0.5 kind of thing. They would give half a score for men and half a score for women.
I don't think so. Don't quote me
I'm
on that.
down with it, man.
Here at Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift, we love everybody. Everybody.
Every single body.
Especially people at big, ugly, sweaty parties. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like my kind of party. A big, ugly, sweaty party.
Like you said, that's my life every day.
You think that John guy's at a, what's his name, John? John, yeah, that Don guy that always works out, keeps trying to call.
I don't know. I haven't heard from him for a while. He might call in later.
That's pretty much what he does. He's a big, ugly, sweaty guy.
He is, yeah. I don't know about the party part. I don't know if he has any friends. Most people that call the show don't have friends.
You should be nicer to him, man.
All right. Well, geez. Actually, I don't know if I've ever talked to him. He calls Father James all the time.
Yeah. I mean, he's called in here when we're not on air. He's kind of, I don't know. I'd like to talk to the guy, but he won't stop talking about lifting.
Yeah, he doesn't get it that, we don't want to talk about lifting. I don't lift. It takes all I can lift to just lift my arms and get up. And you obviously don't
All right.
lift.
So what's next? That's it for the show?
Yep, that's it. Episode 10. Thanks for joining.
All right, good night,
All right.
folks.
This has been Leroy Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
We just pitched you some shift.
You can play that clip.
We're just kidding. We're still here. Hey, relax, Tom. We're not quitting. We still got 48 minutes. He's
Play
freaking
that
out.
clip, damn it.
People are freaking out like, what? What clip?
I'm freaking out. Because we don't have any material.
Well, that's the pitch shift.
Yeah,
We're
but
materialists.
usually we can improv. Now we're not even doing that.
Maybe because we ain't drinking enough.
I'm not drinking anything right
Well,
now.
that's
That's
the
my
problem.
problem.
There's your problem. Boo. Well, speaking of big, ugly, sweaty parties, and sweaty, it kind of sounds like sweater. What do you think about Bill Cosby?
Hey, I didn't even think about it. He's probably there.
He
He's
might
probably
be.
giving everybody a Cosby sweater.
Google it. If you don't know what a Cosby sweater is, Google it.
Here, I'm gonna Google it and read it.
Oh, no.
We'll see what it is here.
Everybody,
Cosby sweater.
everybody at the
Sweaty.
Big Ugly Sweaty Barn Party, if you don't know what a Cosby sweater is,
Sweater or sweaty?
look up Cosby Sweaty.
I think.
See what comes
Wait a
up.
minute. I don't think it's called a sweaty party. I think it's a sweater party, man.
Sweater party.
Yeah,
Big
you
Ugly
said Cosby sweater, and I
Big Ug-
started thinking he probably means Cosby sweater party.
What the hell? Who would have a Big Ugly Sweater party? That just took the fun level. You know, you got Big Ugly Sweaty Party. That's way up here fun. Change it to Big Ugly Sweater Party. Down in the
Yeah,
dumps, no fun.
that sounds dumb, man.
I'm not going to a sweater party. Sweaty party, yes.
All right, here. Cosby sweater, the sexual act of eating Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Tricks, and blueberry, or any other bright, colorful breakfast cereals,
Blueberry.
and then vomiting the tacky mixture onto your partner's chest. The results should look similar to the incredible sweaters that Bill Cosby wore during his successful 1980s sexcom. That's what it is.
It's a Big Ugly Sweaty Party.
The Cosby Show. Maybe that's what it. That sounds pretty.
I got two questions for you and anyone listening. Something like that. And do you think that's going on right now at Tom's party?
Oh man, it's a sweater party, right?
I guess. So are you telling me that they're at a party right now eating cereal and vomiting on each other's chests for
Tom's a
sexual
freak,
arousal?
man.
Tom is a freak. Maybe he is Tom from MySpace.
That's a lot of cereal to eat, too, man.
It is,
You might be big after eating all that.
Jeez. Oh, I don't know. This whole thing, I mean, it went from cool to, I don't know. So they're having a Big Ugly Cosby sweater party
Tom's probably throwing up on his partner's chest right now.
right now. But I like how the definition is a dazzling mixture.
Dazzling mixture.
You think Tom's like, "Ugh, oh, look at that dazzling mixture on your chest.
So dazzling.
It's dazzling. Now, little. All right.
Well, I know I'm not going to one of them Cosby
Hell no.
sweater
I was
parties.
down with a Big Ugly Sweaty Party, but I'm not going to a Cosby sweater party. Forget it.
Right. They'd have
Talking a whole grocery store full. I got the moves. I got the moves. I got the moves. How you doing, Earl?
me?
Yeah, how's it going? Did you get that? Did you get that problem fixed you had?
No. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. You know, the other night when you were, had your lady friend over.
About
Talk
there,
about
man.
that
I
on
told
the
you
air.
that in
Sorry.
confidence.
Well, I was worried about you. I haven't talked to you since then. We took a little hiatus. We haven't done any podcasts in a few days. I haven't talked to Earl. I was just worried about you, little buddy.
Well, I mean, it's already out there. I mean, I think I got the problem solved, man. I went to the old doctor, and he gave me these blue pills,
Blue
like
pills.
30 of them.
Damn. How many did you take?
30 of them.
You took all of them?
Well, yeah. I mean, he gave me these pills. I tried to read the label, but I can't. I never learned how to read, so.
Well, I think of any pills, you're not supposed to take them all. Well, did it?
No, I mean, this is for an erection,
Oh,
Did it work? Yeah, I still got a boner right now. I took the pills last week, and I still got a boner, man.
You didn't see that as a problem?
No, man. It's been like 3 years since I had a boner. I'm not going to complain now.
Here's the question. Did you get to use it?
Well, in a roundabout way, if you know what I mean.
Okay, gotcha. Your sister wasn't in town? Sorry, that was too far. Way too far.
That's low, Leroy.
Sorry. We got a tech review coming up later. and I can't tell you what it is.
You and you can't tell me what it is.
Can't tell you what it is. It's going to be a surprise.
All right. Well, pretty much at this point, Leroy, everything is a surprise because.
Hey, that's the whole premise of Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So, here we are, episode 10, blowing it straight out of our backside.
Being here to put you on fat, Leroy.
Well, I'm about ready to go to break, play some music. I don't know what
are you drinking? What's your problem, man? You run out of ribs?
I'm out of ribs. Yes, I ate them all. And then I had some for dessert. I'm finishing off the Jack and Coke here, but I don't know, I haven't been drinking enough. I'm not really drunk. It takes a lot to get this boy drunk.
Maybe we ought to 15 minutes of music and drink as much as you possibly can within that 15 minutes.
And then come in, go out strong.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. I do have a request, not a request, but I got a special song going out to everybody at Tom's Big Ugly Cosby Sweater Party. This is going out to you. This is going out to you guys. We're going to take a little break while you listen to it. Enjoy.
Yeah, maybe we'll come up with some material.
Maybe. Not likely. Enjoy this, Tom, at your Big Ugly Bill Cosby Sweater Party.
Big round paper and show my all friends. Well, hey, you know that people try to live so skinny from a cyclone fast. Along came you with the old bad boys that recognize that smell. It smells like 7 legs. That paper ain't
All right, this is Leroy from Leroy and Earl Show. You're listening to a replay, best of show. It's part 10, or episode 10 as we called it at the time. The Big Ugly Sweaty Party. I've never done this before. I've never played a old show. We have 70 some shows that we did, Earl and I. It's been, I think, 2015 and 16, believe it or not. Excuse me. I got a little bit of a cold coming on. So I thought, you know what the heck? I did another studio setup again. But I got a great setup now. I got a new desk to go with my old desk. And I just wanted to do a show tonight, but I didn't want to have to do a whole show. You know. So I thought, why not play an old show? And I thought about the Big Ugly Sweaty Party episode and how funny it was. And so far, what I've listened to is there's some moments. There's some moments when we were pretty funny, and there's some moments when we're not. So I know I'm boring you right now if you're listening, which you're not. But if you were, you'd be bored. But apparently, in the episode here, part 10, we're taking a break and playing a song. So I heard that. I thought, hey, because I had gone up to the kitchen to grab some meat and cheese. I was going to have a little snack while I'm drinking my Budweiser. I love that effect. See all the Budweiser bottles in the screens? That's so cool. So, what are you looking at?
I don't understand any of it.
Shut up. This is Leroy from the Leroy Show, and that's Ricky Dixon, my intern. Why are you even still here? I don't need you. You can go home.
I don't want to go home.
Why not?
Well, it's kind of a personal reason. It's personal.
It's personal? Is that what you're trying to say? Freaking.
Yes.
Your girlfriend is mad at you, isn't she?
Yeah, I screwed a poo. I pooched and screw, dude.
I tell you, sometimes you kill me. Are you trying to say you screwed the pooch?
Yes, that's exactly what I did. I screwed the pooch, man.
Giving me a headache. Oh my gosh. So I'm just kind of killing time now while we are taking a break in part 10. As you can hear the music, that's just us taking a break. When we start talking again, I will step back and let you enjoy the Leroy and Earl show with Early Mistake on there. Yeah. Sometimes I think I'm breaking him down. Okay, so there we are. We're back. This is Leroy and Earl's pitch shift. Man, my voice was just so different then. I don't know what it was. It must be the weight. I've lost weight. So I'm Leroy. Here we go. Back to part 10 of the Ugly Sweaty Party.
I'm Earl. Sorry. I just got back here.
I'm Leroy. I'm Leroy.
Leroy,
Yeah,
are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
Well, I know you are because you can't get out of your seat.
Right.
I just got a call from the network. And this really, truly is a historical episode because apparently it only takes one bad episode and we're off the air. They're cutting us, man.
Who's cutting us?
The network, man. I just got a call. And they said, listen, this is the worst episode you've had yet. I mean, all the other ones were pretty bad too, but this is the worst, and they're cutting us. That's why I was on a phone call during a break.
I don't think they can do that.
I don't know, man. I didn't even know we had a network.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. Somebody called me and said, hey, this is the network from ABC or whatever, and we're cutting you, man. You guys are bombing the show, and we're cutting you.
That was probably Tom pranking you because we told everybody it was a big Cosby sweater party. This is Leroy and Earl. We do our own stuff. We are a part of an organization called Podcasters International Systems and Surveyors of Friends and Families. That's where we get our numbers from. That's what I was looking up earlier.
Oh, you found it?
I found it. Yeah.
But if that's the case, who's supporting all this technologies and these wires running across the city? That's got to be provided by a network, right?
I don't know. Ain't nobody shutting this ship down. This is
I don't
Leroy
know,
and Earl.
man. I don't know. They said, listen, Earl, you're gonna have to break the news. This is it, man. There's no season 2. That was it. 10 episodes.
We haven't been renewed. That's what we're saying.
Yep, we're cut, man. Ratings were good up until today. They said.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
I was like, what the hell? We just almost doubled our male viewing audience.
We did.
You know, damn it.
Even if they aren't viewing, they're listening.
Whatever, viewing, listen, you understand.
So that's it, huh? This is the last episode.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Can't be.
it's been great. It has been wonderful, but our network is cutting us down.
Oh.
They said unless we can get a fourth audience member by the end of the show.
We need 4 people. We got
need
the one
4
chick and 2
people.
dudes. We need another. Well, we can do that. We can do that. All we gotta do is make a phone call. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Let's make a phone call. Hold on.
Who are we going to call, man?
I'm
We
gonna
got to
call-
sell the show, man. I can't lose my job.
Easy, buddy. Easy. We're
I
gonna
mean, I
call.
know they're not paying us, but I like doing this. Who are we going to call, Leroy?
I'm gonna call Don. I know
Oh, man.
he's probably at the gym, but he usually.
I don't want to talk to Don. I'd rather lose my job.
Come on, Earl, we can do it.
All right.
Let's talk to Don.
Call Don, then.
We can get it. We can do it. Maybe we'll see.
He's probably sticking needles in his ass or something.
It's probably roiding up. Is he gonna answer?
He's a dumbass.
Hello. Just done.
Don, you're on the pitch shift there, buddy.
Oh, is this Earl?
This is Earl, man. We've been trying to get a hold of you for weeks. We can't wait to talk to
Hey,
you.
what have you been up to, buddy?
I'm just working out, you know. I'm working on my pecs tonight. What you guys doing?
We're doing a podcast.
Well, we're doing a podcast here, Don. We got, before we talk about the bad news we got tonight.
You doing a workout podcast? Talking about working out?
No, man, damn it, but my pec is pretty damn sore, if you know what I mean.
Have you been working out?
Well, I did get some pills, if you know what I mean, from the doctor, and it made it hard.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, you guys are working, tonight I'm working my pecs, getting those going, and later on, I'm going to go down, give me a smoothie, to drink some smoothies.
Something wrong with this guy.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
John,
What's up, Earl?
hey, let me ask you, man, do you use performance-enhancing drugs?
Let's see. Hold on one second. No, I do not.
Oh man, you should try, man. They're great. I've been using them. My doctor gave me a bottle. I pumped 30 performance-enhancing drugs into me, and I've been long and strong all week long.
That sounds like a different kind of performance, Earl.
Sounds like you, maybe you do the drugs there. Anyway, Don, we called you up because we got a problem, and we might need your help.
Sweet dudes, need me to spot you? I'll come spot you.
No, it's not. It's not
Well,
working out.
We sort of do need you to spot us there, big buddy. We're gonna put a lot of weight on your chest right now.
Sweet, man. I can bench like 230 sometimes.
Can you bench a mouse?
What?
Not a real mouse.
You mean like a toy mouse?
You know what a computer is? Have you seen one of those?
I've heard of it. Yes.
All right, man. What I need you to do is I need you to go on or get somebody that knows how to go on to a computer, and you got to sign up, man. We need. The producers called me. They said this show is over. They said it's done, man. The ratings are horrible. This is your 10th episode. You're not gonna get a second season unless we can somehow increase our viewers by 25% tonight. Which, little do they know, is only one person we need. What do you think, buddy?
Could you say that again?
Come on, dude.
Damn it, just hang up on him. Just hang on. This is the last show. Hang up on him.
Hold on 1 second. Don, listen, here's the thing. We need you to sign up on the website and like us on Facebook so we have more listeners so we can keep the show. That's all we need.
Hey.
So what you're saying is, when I'm done working out, I have to go down and get somebody to sign me up on your website. That way you won't get canceled and I can keep listening when I work out.
Pretty much, I think. Is that what he needs to do, Earl?
Actually, he could just hang up. I'm done talking to him. I'll just make a Facebook page in his name and sign it up myself.
All right, well, guys, as long as you keep, just keep doing what you're doing and play some music, man. Play some music.
That guy's a dumbass, man. I don't even want to do this show if he's going to keep calling.
I thought I'd pause it here because I'd like to interject. That was Don. Now, if you've never listened to this show before, I'm Leroy. Actually, I'm not Leroy, obviously, if you didn't know. I'm not Leroy. I just play Leroy on the Leroy No Show. I also play a lot of other characters on this little device. Looks like a phone, doesn't it? It does. Don, one was Don. So, hold. I need some beer. Don was one of our early characters. He was only on the show a few times. Didn't turn out all that funny. Some characters worked, some didn't. Some of the characters that have worked great on this show, Father James O'Shea Hennessy, Saul Gorman, our lawyer from the law firm of Dicker, Quick, and Hyde. Nana Leroy, my grandmother, adopted grandmother. Who else? I'm trying to think who else has worked out. Well, Ricky Dixon, of course, and there's been a few others. Hold on. I actually have a call coming in, so see how it works here. Who is this? This is Leroy.
Leroy, this is Saul Gorman.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
It's going well. I'm listening to your show, and I'm a little concerned.
I would expect nothing less from you, my friend. What are you concerned about?
Well, I'm concerned about the legal aspect of, you playing Mr. Tate's voice without his permission.
Well, I'm not sure, but I think I own the rights to the show, or at least the right to play it. So I think you're barking up the wrong tree there, buddy.
Well, you know me. I always like to cross my T's and cover my ass. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. Hey, how are you liking the NFL season this year?
Well, it didn't start out too well. I got to say, it was mediocre at best, but it's gotten better. The Philadelphia Eagles are impressing the hell out of me. And I'm liking, what's that one team? I'm trying to...
Sorry.
Yeah, how about the Chargers?
Yeah, that's impressive.
I'd like to see them go all the way. That'd be like a big historic thing. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to call in and give the viewers or listeners right now an example of, one of your characters.
All right, I appreciate it. That's Saul Gorman. And all right, so I'm going to get back to the show. I just wanted to interject that this show's I got to keep this show going. Earl's abandoned me, but I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it. So here we go. Back to our best of show here, part 10, the Big Ugly Sweaty Party. I'm sorry.
I tried to pump them up, man, make them feel good.
Well, it's one of those things. We have limited listeners, and we need the help. Obviously, we're going to get canceled, which I still don't understand. How can we get canceled? We started this podcast. Who's going to cancel us?
The network's canceling us, man.
What network?
Are you talking about ABC?
Are you talking about the Podcasters International Systems and Surveyors of Friends and Families?
I don't think so. We didn't say all that stuff.
Well, they usually abbreviate it. It's piss off.
Oh, really?
Podcasters International Systems of Surveyors of Friends and Families. It's where we get our numbers from. Piss off.
I
get it now.
No, I don't know if it was that or I don't know. It just he sounded pretty important. He called, it wasn't even him. It was a lady. I'm the secretary here at ABC Networks, and here's the boss.
I think you got pranked, man. I think somebody's listening, which that would give us our fourth listener, which would keep us on the air. I think somebody's listening who realizes that, they could maybe put one over on us.
Are you saying they pulled the wall right over me?
I think so, buddy.
That's good news, right?
It's good news that it's not real, yeah. We don't want to get canceled.
We're not. We're good. We're gonna have another season.
I don't know.
Network's not canceling us. Is that what you're telling me there?
Earl, listen, we're not getting canceled. That's the good news.
Thank you, Jesus.
That's the good news.
That is good, but you know what else?
What?
We're gonna have to talk about something now.
Well, that's the good news, that we are not getting canceled. So everybody out there at the Big Ugly Cosby Sweater Party, throwing up on each other, eating cereal and throwing up, don't freak out. Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift is here to stay. It's your kids.
What's the bad news?
The bad news is that story about Ohio replacing lethal injection with the head ripping off machine is true.
Play it, man. I want to hear it.
I have a clip to prove it. Listen to this.
Facing mounting criticism that lethal injection is cruel and outdated, Ohio has replaced it with a system that quickly and humanely rips off the heads of death row inmates using powerful robotic arms. The new device is designed to be as humane as possible, emitting soothing white noise and putting prisoners on a cushioned seat before its metallic talons dig into their necks and painlessly wrench their heads off. Ohio Department of Corrections Director Gary Moore praised the machine, saying, quote, "Our new system is a hallmark of compassion. Now these deaths will be pain-free because the machine's claws are coated with topical anesthetic." Quickly pulling off a prisoner's head is considered less cruel than lethal injection, which requires 3 separate chemicals to first stop the prisoner's breathing, then paralyze their muscles, and then finally induce cardiac arrest.
Yes.
While this new method of quickly crushing the detached
better
head
than 3
ensures
steps. You
a
just have 1
mercifully
step.
swift conclusion. The machine has already been used at Ohio's Granville prison, where yesterday it executed death row inmate Carl Ray Allen. Witnesses say his death was peaceful and relatively painless.
Mr. Allen was executed by head ripping off at 3 o'clock this afternoon. He died instantly. The machine was fast, very fast. I've never seen anything move.
All right,
Psychologists believe the new method also.
Leroy.
It's true. It's true. It's a news story.
That's obviously true. I
Yeah.
mean, you heard the lady, the reporter.
It's
the
real.
same network we're on.
That's right. It's, part of the Podcasters International Assistants and Surveyors of Friends and Families.
But I got a
Piss
question
off.
for you. What's your stance on all this, man? Are you for
Well,
execution?
I was playing an audio clip of a video clip, and they show a computer-generated animation of the machine and how it rips the head off. It looks good to me, man. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I saw it. It looks quick and painless, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I think they should let people do that voluntarily when they're just getting tired of it, having a bad day or something like that.
Kind of like we felt a minute ago when we thought we were getting canceled.
Yeah, if I would have been able to say, well, if I knew I could have a machine hovering over me and I just hit the easy button,
Rip your head
I'd
off.
feel a lot better about it. Rip my head right off.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, I guess the only downside is it does seem like it would be a bit messy.
Yeah,
A little messy.
he's not going to care. He's dead.
Well, I'm talking about for the people that are there. It would be a lot of blood.
Well, you just have the other inmates go in there and clean up their
Clean that
body.
up, yeah. So you should have the other death row inmates clean it up. Go clean up where you're going to be.
Well, that's actually too cruel, man.
Oh, but is it unusual? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It kind of sounds hokey pokey because I'm looking that up. I'm Googling it now, and I only see it in one site. I don't know how somebody could fake something like that, but
You saying it ain't real?
yeah, I don't think that was real. Matter of fact, I've been coming across a lot of stuff on the internet that just isn't real.
Well, how are you supposed to know?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I said, how are you supposed to know what's real and what's not real?
Well, it's pretty hard, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, just like what we're doing right now, this podcast. I'm Leroy, big fat black guy. You're Earl Tate, skinny white dude. But we could be anybody. No, we wouldn't lie, but
Well, they can hear us. They know we're us.
yeah, that's true.
They know you're Earl and I'm Leroy. I mean, you're Leroy and I'm Earl.
Great. We'll edit that out later.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't mean to use the S word.
Think of that.
All right. What else? This big historical evening. What else has happened
This
in the
is
news?
episode
That's
10.
actually why we're having such trouble with this historical 10
there's nothing in
podcast
the
because
news.
nothing has happened.
There is nothing in the news to talk about.
They haven't blamed the cops for anything this week.
Nothing.
Nobody's been beheaded today that I know of.
Have you seen any good movies lately?
No. I've seen a lot of bad movies. So I haven't seen any good ones.
Nothing good, huh? I saw Gravity for the first time.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That underwear scene
Oh, yeah, the underwear scene.
where she's falling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gravity was pulling her down to earth, and there
yeah.
she's in her underwear.
She's still pretty attractive for a woman her age.
Yeah.
You know what I think about that? That's what I would do right there, buddy.
That kind of gave me a chub.
Oh, boy.
You know, there's just a lot of fake stuff on the internet. Like, I'm scrolling through Facebook right now, and it just seems odd to me that Justin Bieber died today.
I did not hear that.
So did Ben Affleck. I mean, that seems a little weird. Oh,
Did you say Justin Bieber died?
Justin Bieber died. Yeah, I mean, I'm not
That's what
saying
I
it's a
think.
loss, but Justin Bieber died, Ben Affleck, and, yeah, Matthew McConaughey, all dead today.
Wow, in the same day.
Yeah, they weren't together. There looks like 3 different stories.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is sad. They say they die in threes.
Yeah, terrible 3s or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Or terrible, maybe it's 2s, but you know.
That's kids. Little kids are terrible twos.
Yeah. All right, well.
This is Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we're pitching you some shift. We're not pitching it very well tonight. Maybe too much pressure. You think, Earl? I'm going to step in there. I can't hear myself. Oh, because I didn't hit that button.
Sometimes, Mr. Leroy, you are just as dumb as I am.
Never as dumb as you, Ricky. Ever.
Jeez.
Whatever. Thought I'd butt in here. We used to call this show Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. For obvious reasons. Excuse me.
Hit the cough button.
Shut up. Why are you still here? You can go home. I don't need you here. I don't need an intern. I'm playing a best of.
I enjoy being here, sir.
God damn it. So anyway, we used to call this Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. We're going to pitch you some shift. Meaning, you know, we're going to shovel you some bull. It became so cumbersome, the whole Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. Leroy, and we used to have a website, LeroyandEarl'sPitchShift.com. Now it's just LeroyandEarl.com. So you can check us out at LeroyandEarl.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Leroy and Earl, and you can now follow me, Leroy, on Twitter and Instagram at Real Leroy Leroy. That's right. I couldn't get the Leroy Leroy because someone else had it, which is bull crap. I'm the only Leroy Leroy there is. So when you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, it's at Real Leroy Leroy. So check it out. Back to our best of.
Well, I have to admit, I didn't really want to put it out on air, but since you already put my personal life on air, I'm not a public speaker. And, you know, we're getting too big, you know, it's making me nervous.
Really?
You're telling me now that we've got 4 listeners? I mean...
Yeah, that's according to the Podcasters International Systems and Surveyors of Friends and Families. We have 4.
Right, and this guy, MySpace guy, Tom.
Well, yeah, yep.
He's probably got a lot of friends.
Well, according to MySpace, he does, yeah.
Yeah. Says like 60,000. So that's potentially 60,000 people are listening to this podcast tonight.
Yeah. And you know what? It's possible that everybody at the Big Ugly Cosby sweater party might be listening.
60,000 Big Ugly Cosby sweaters.
Yeah, that sounds like a real mess.
Where do you get that kind of cereal? You know what I mean? You have to get that on Amazon or something.
I need a semi-truck full of cereal.
They couldn't have just gone to the regular store. They probably had to go to Sam's Club or BJ's.
Yeah. BJ's.
BJ's. Boy, was I surprised when I signed up.
Yeah, that was disappointing. Big time.
That was like $35 for a year of BJ's?
I'm in. Sign me up.
Sign me up right now.
That's right.
But I mean, it wasn't what I thought. But I did have to go there to the doctor, and he gave me these blue pills, these magic performance enhancing pills.
That you took 30 of.
Well, he handed me a bottle, and he said, "Hey, take one of these." All right. I assumed he meant one bottle.
Well, yeah, I could see where you might think that.
Which now I know I'm wrong because I took the bottle, And 4 hours later, went back to BJ's, and he said, "That's not what I meant. You'll have to wait a month."
Oh, that's well. How long have you been, ready to go?
I've been. Hold on a second. I'm Earl. You're supposed to do the pitch, man.
Do the what?
Never mind. I was gonna, anyways, I've been pitching a tent for about a week now.
Oh, I know what you wanted to do. Hold on. This is
Never
Leroy.
mind,
Pitch
it's
shift.
screwed up.
I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
We're pitching you some shift.
I've been pitching a tent.
I saw my soul down in the
Hey, Leroy.
Yeah.
Do you think that National Association of Podcasters, the Shifters, or whatever you call them?
It's the Podcasters International Systems and Surveyors of Friends and Families. And the,
yeah. Do you think they'll let us redo this episode?
Probably not. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if you know this, but our local chapter of Piss Off is, you'll never guess who's in charge of the local chapter.
No.
Take a guess.
Won't.
He's someone we all know and love.
It's not Don, is it?
Not Don.
Oh, wait,
no.
we don't love Don.
We don't know. No. It's. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's Father James.
Oh, man.
It's Father James. He is the head of the local chapter of Piss Off.
Huh. That guy's got a lot of stuff on his palate, if you know what I mean.
He does,
He's a busy guy.
I think he does it because he's drunk 24/7.
Drunk ass.
Yeah.
That's what we need to be right now. I couldn't find my bottle of alcohol anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I hope we learned a lesson tonight. Don't podcast sober. Really? This will be the worst. This will be the worst podcast we've ever done.
Don't podcast sober or get rolled over.
Yes. You think that'll take off?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for listening tonight. I don't know why. Probably nobody will listen after this. Ugh. Hold on.
How much time do we have left over there?
We got 14 minutes. I know.
Damn,
seems like forever.
14 minutes? I mean, we probably could stop being nervous right about now, because I'm sure if anybody was listening, they're not now.
No, they're all gone.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
Damn it, that just depresses the hell out of me.
Yeah, we blew this one straight out of our backside. And it was an important episode, too. Number 10, everybody at the big, sweaty Bill Cosby puking party is listening.
This was a recipe for disaster, man. We started off all wrong, man. Too much pressure.
Too much. Yeah.
Episode 10, 4 people listening.
No alcohol.
0 alcohol. Got big ABC reps calling, trying to cancel our network, and here I find out we're not even on their network. So how are they going to cancel our network? I don't understand.
Right. And who knows?
All right. Well, here I'm gonna do something new here. Don't forget about your damn tech review.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do something new here. Give me a second here.
No problem. This is Leroy Reynolds Pitch Shift. It's a podcast. You can listen live on Mixler.com or on Facebook, or go to our website, LeroyReynoldsPitchShift.webs.com. You can listen to the older shows, and you can listen to Father James spin you some tunes. And what's going on? Hold on 1 second.
All right, I'm holding.
Somebody's knocking at the studio door. Hold on.
What the hell, man? This is going. It's probably the networks, man.
Christ.
Actually, it's Father James. Father James, let's see.
I thought I'd stop in and talk to you boys. See me, you sound a bit down.
Yeah, it's not going well.
Father James, I got a confession. I'd like to make a confession.
Go ahead, lad.
10 Hail Marys and some. I'm feeling a little depressed.
I'm getting that feeling from you there. That
I've done some things here, Father, that you might not like. My frown upon.
I don't know if you want to go into that.
Oh, go ahead, lad. Let me know. Unburden yourself, lad.
Boy,
Well,
Don't
I took
cry.
some drugs today.
What kind of drugs have you taken?
I don't know, man. They were blue.
Made his wiener hard.
They made my wiener
You
hard.
made your wiener hard, lad. How hard did it make it? Describe to me the firmness in which your wiener had.
Well, I thought the doctor said, he handed me the bottle and said, take one of these. I thought he meant the whole damn bottle. And then I took the whole bottle. And I've been lying. That's the real confession here. I've been lying. I haven't had a boner for a week.
You haven't had a boner for a week?
No, I had a really, really hard boner for about a half an hour. And then
Earl, I don't know if you want to take. You might want to shut up.
No, I'm not shutting up.
God.
I got a confession. I'm depressed. You know that I'm trying to explain this in a family friendly way. And
too late for that.
No, it's still family friendly. I could go a lot worse, Leroy.
The good Lord will forgive you. Earl, unburden yourself.
Okay, thank you, Father. That's why I'm glad you're here. This is like you're having fun. But anyways, Father, you've probably seen it. You keep up on everything. The executions, they're ripping these people's heads off, right?
It's terrible. It's terrible, I see. I don't like it at all.
All right, well, that doesn't... I mean, they're lying when they say that's not painful, because I took 30 of these pills, and about minute 35, it felt like my head got ripped off, man, and there was blood everywhere.
Are you serious?
Oh, boy, that's terrible. Well, anyway.
I lost an inch today.
Wow.
Yeah, you probably couldn't spare it, could you?
I'm down to an inch.
Oh, terrible. Well, anyway, I thought I'd come in tonight, boys, and to say, don't worry. As the leader of the Podcasters International Systems and Surveyors of Friends and Families, you're not getting canceled. You can continue to podcast as long as you'd like. And, of course, I'm going to come in and play music whenever I feel like. So don't worry about it, boys.
Well, Father, I appreciate that. Watch the mic there, buddy.
Sorry about that. Well, I've got to go. Earl, sorry you lost an inch of your wiener.
Thank you, Father. I put ice on it. It's going to be all right. They said it might grow back.
The way I see it is, boy, you had 2 inches, you only got an inch. What difference does it make? I'll see you boys later.
Goodbye, Father. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem.
I'm glad he showed up. That's off my chest.
I love that old guy.
He is, man. He's a pain in the butt most of the time, breaking down doors and stuff, but when you need him, he's there.
Yep, he is. All right, this is Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we're pitching some shift.
Don't pitch a tent.
You want to pitch a tent? Well, you ain't pitching a tent. So tonight we talk a little bit about this weird thing that people do around Christmas. We thought was a big, ugly, sweaty party, which, I don't know. It does sound appealing. You know, a big, ugly, sweaty party. I would fit right in. Because I'm big, I'm ugly, and I'm sweaty. But then we find out it's actually a big, ugly Cosby sweater party, which is, I mean, look it up. Google it. It's disgusting. Slightly arousing, but disgusting, just the same.
I'm going to have to start doing that kind of stuff just to, you know what I mean?
Just so you know what's going on in the world.
Well, no, I mean like the Cosby sweater, because I'm now deformed, you know? I've got to start finding other ways to, you know what I'm saying, Leroy.
You're not going to do much with that inch.
It's not, what is it saying? It's not the size of the inch, it's how hard you jam it or something.
I don't think there's a saying like that, although you can make one. But
Manners are the happy ways.
About the same, though. I've got
I
an
think
inch
it's-
to pinch if you're ugly
think
winch or something.
I think it's if you pinch an inch, another inch will be in the winch. Something like that. Oh. All right, this has been the Leroy Noel Show Best of Played Part 10, the Big Ugly Sweaty Party. I'm cutting it a little short. I want to keep these shows at an hour, and if I interject things like I have been, they'll go over, so I won't play the whole thing. So this might be the first of many times that I play an old... So I enjoyed myself tonight, to be honest with you. Ricky, how did you feel about it?
I'm not sure how I felt about it.
God, why? Go away. Leave this studio right now.
But I'm not sure why.
Leave the studio now.
All right, when's the next show?
Wednesday. Well, no, we're not doing a show this Wednesday. I can't. But I'm going to try and do the show on Wednesdays at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know why I'm doing the show at all, because the room won't come back. Go. Leave.
All right, easy, mother.
Anyway, so this has been the Leroy Noel Show, world famous adult cartoon and podcasts. I just played a best of for you. So, yep, that's how it goes. Follow us on Twitter at Leroy Noel. You can follow me at real Leroy. Also on Instagram. Put some stuff out there tonight. And we got to get this show going, guys. I need some shift heads. Gildano, you're a piece of shit. So, sorry. I'm sorry I said that. It just came out. I'm drinking. And, anyway. So, yep. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Listen to Leroy and Earl's podcast. It's some seriously funny shit. Check them out. LeroyandEarl.com.
Straight up